Well, we're joined by Mr. Mohandas Pai, Chairman, AARIN Capital. Mr. Pai, thank you very much for joining us. We have a big day, a historic announcement. India-US trade deal has been made. Your first reaction to this late-night announcement, sir?
Well, I think it's a typical Trump. President Trump will make a deal at a time of his own choosing, on terms of his own choosing, and he has done it. And all of us must understand we're dealing with a very different kind of a global leader, which is the strongest military power, economic power in the world, and he can do what he wants, right? He doesn't care. And I think we have dealt with him very well, and it's typical Trump. So I think he came on the phone, spoke to Prime Minister Modi and said, I'm going to reduce it to 18%, let's make a deal, that is it. And immediately tweeted and said it comes into effect immediately. So I think it's a good for India, but you see, you must understand his logic. All his allies, EU, Japan, Korea have 15%. Everybody else has 19, 20%. India has 18%. What is the message? India is our friend, one level below the allies with whom we have a military partnership. So I think it's a good deal for India. And of course, we have a deal on the table which we already agreed to. We allow them to open up the market, reduce tariff is already there on President Trump's table. I hope that is signed so India can sign. And I hope the government will release terms of the deal once President Trump signs so that we have a deal and it becomes transparent. And I think the deal will be very good for India. Indian industry should take advantage and go all out to do more business with India. And it is good for us to open a market to the United States. It's the largest market in the world. It's the largest market in the world. China grew and became a global power by using the American market. We must also use the American market to become a much larger economy.
Right. Mr. Pai, in fact, whatever announcements have come in from Donald Trump. I mean, he said that India's buying oil from Venezuela. He said that India stopped buying from Russia. He said that India will be doing a business worth $500 billion with India. But the response from the Indian side has been extremely measured. Do you think the Indian decision makers are taking it with a pinch of salt and probably waiting for the fine print?
No, I mean, look, Russian oil has been coming down. And quite probably will come down to very low numbers because one Indian company has got permission to buy till February. And so it is coming down, is a fact. We don't have to make any announcement. Second is Venezuelan oil we want. Prime Minister spoke to the acting president of Venezuela, and our refineries can process the heavy crude of Venezuela. Venezuela is not sweet crude, it's heavy crude. Only few refineries in the world can do it, and we can do it. So if we have Venezuelan crude at a deep discount against Russian, we are well off because we have said we'll buy from the market which gives us best. And the third thing is this 500 billion is Trump's target over a number of years. We have our trade. Our entire imports from the United States today is about 45, 50 billion, right? And I think, it'll take us maybe 5-6 years. We'll buy more aircraft, we'll buy more US oil, which is very competitive. We may buy some pulses from the US. We'll buy almonds from California. We'll sell software to California, buy almonds from them. So I think this is just a broad parameter that Trump has said, because Trump wants to prove to Americans he's the best deal maker they ever had, and he looks at large numbers. Because for India, 500 billion looks very huge. For America, it is very, very small.
Right. When it comes to India Inc., I mean, we witnessed the past few quarters were definitely under pressure. When do you think, I mean, when are we likely to see the real impact of this deal translating into India Inc.'s profits, India Inc.'s guidance, the order book, and in turn, reflecting that in the results as well as EPS? When do you think that will actually start translating into some kind of measurable outcome on ground, sir?
Well, assuming that the 18% is signed applicable right now, and President Trump has said is immediate, possibly by March, April, so this quarter end, we may see some greater exports to the United States. And I think definitely the first quarter of the next year, financial year, we'll see the full impact because it takes time to produce, time to export. And even now when people are exporting, because they've not seen a big decline in export to America, we can possibly increase export by 10-15% from what we're doing right now because there will be something in the pipeline. So I think March will see some impact, and we'll see the impact next quarter. And I think that's what Baba Kalyani has said too, right? Baba Kalyani came on TV today and said that yes, it's very positive. We'll increase it by March, and the next quarter we'll see a bigger increase, and next year is going to be a very good year.